Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday. The S&P 500 was up a little bit over 1% today, and we're really at an inflection point where the market is right now for a whole bunch of different reasons. First of all, of course, the CPI, the inflation number is going to come out tomorrow. So we'll see. They're expecting, 8.1% top line inflation. If you recall, last month it was 8.5, so that would be better than last month. But there could be some surprise. Maybe it'll be better, maybe 7.9 or something along those lines. Or maybe the surprise goes the other direction. So really important number, be very heavily watched tomorrow. We'll see how the market reacts to that as far as that goes. It's certainly been running up fairly well for the last 4 days here. And there's probably some expectation, at least for the market standpoint, that things might be better than expected. A lot of the inputs that come into inflation have been getting better. So we'll see how that goes. Of course, it's still very high. How much does the Federal Reserve really respond to that? If it's high, they're probably still coming after this pretty aggressively. We're also hitting a whole bunch of different levels of resistance. There's this one area that we're in right now that we spent about 16 days in, finally broke above and fell back down through again. We're back into that little zone. We'll see if we get through that. We're fairly well stretched out. We've had a lot of moves, in a row to the upside here. So usually that can kind of create a problem, for the market just because it kind of settles down. But the biggest thing that I'm seeing here that I think is very fascinating is if you lay the 2008 downturn on top of this particular downturn, it traces pretty incredibly well, kind of a day by day thing, including kind of the low that we hit in June and then the big bounce that we had and then the fall that we just had again, and now even this little run up. So are we going to establish a new trend here and get out of this 2008 piece? Because the next motion for the 2008 after what we're seeing here was down quite a bit. So we'd certainly like to see that avoided. And, do we set our own path here and start to at least hold up, go sideways, go upward, and quit following the 2008 path? Because that's a bit disconcerting. So this is actually a really important week because of the CPI. And of course, next week, the Federal Reserve will come out and speak, and we'll get to hear about what they're going to raise rates. So very important time to pay attention to what's happening right now and see how the market reacts to these. It'll give us some ideas on what we're supposed to be doing going forward. So look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Thank you very much.